Get ready for action because we are diving straight into the NBA drama. Naji Marshall has been putting up incredible numbers for the Dallas Mavericks, becoming their second leading scorer in the 2025-26 season and hitting a second straight career-high scoring mark. We break down exactly what this means for the team and Marshall's future on the roster.
Here's a simple way to protect your phone without stress. This ALAN 3-pack comes with tempered glass screen protectors, camera lens protectors, and an installation frame for an easier, cleaner fit. It's clear, case-friendly, and built to help guard against scratches and everyday bumps. Check the link in the comments to get it on Amazon.
Next up, the Mavericks are making a massive shakeup in the front office. Sources are confirming that the Dallas Mavericks have officially hired former Toronto Raptors President Masai Ujiri as their new team president and alternate governor. This is a huge move, and we explore the history of Ujiri and what this splashy hire means for the team's championship aspirations. But the organizational changes don't end there. We look at the complex situation surrounding the Mavericks' general manager search that is hitting a major roadblock. With the NBA draft lottery looming, the search for a lead decision-maker has stalled, leaving the front office in a difficult position as they look toward names like Tim Connolly. And finally, we wrap up with the uncertainty surrounding the Mavericks' leadership search and what it means for the team moving forward. We examine why the front office search is dragging on and what the most practical path forward might look like for Dallas. Stay tuned because this is your full breakdown of the latest Mavericks news. Naji Marshall has emerged as a fan favorite in an oversized role for the struggling Dallas Mavericks, delivering significant scoring production despite team-wide issues. Marshall finished the 2025-26 season as the Mavericks' second leading scorer, achieving a second consecutive career-high scoring mark by averaging 15.2 points on just over 11 shots per game. While the Mavericks organization has faced numerous challenges throughout the season, Marshall stood out as a consistent positive force. Despite some statistical critiques, including a dip in three-point shooting efficiency compared to previous seasons and concerns over on-ball defense, his production remained elite. Marshall was highly efficient, scoring on better than 67% of his scoring attempts within 5 feet of the basket, and maintained good ball security, turning the ball over just 1.6 times per game in over 29 minutes. Marshall served as the team's de facto second scoring option all season. His ability to generate offense when needed was crucial, evidenced by him scoring 31 or more points 3 times in February, correlating with the Mavericks' losses in those contests. While analysts suggest that relying heavily on him to carry the team to victory indicates underlying roster issues, Marshall's bully ball approach was a net positive for a team struggling with overall negatives. He recorded 6 30-point games this season, demonstrating a willingness to score when the team required it. Shot creation proved to be a recurring challenge for the Mavericks, forcing Marshall to shoulder a heavier offensive load than his role might suggest. In a notable performance against the Sacramento Kings on February 26, Marshall scored 36 points on 14 of 23 shooting, securing 10 rebounds and 6 assists, assuming a primary creator role during an 8-game stretch due to an injury to Cooper Flagg. Entering his third and final year on his $27 million contract in 2026-27, Marshall commands a relatively small portion of the salary cap. He has been viewed as a significant asset for Dallas, reportedly commanding a first-round draft pick in trade discussions, though the Mavericks have yet to make a move. As the team looks to restructure, with needs for guards and forwards, there is speculation that either Marshall or P.J. Washington could be traded soon. If Marshall returns next season, the expectation is that he will lead the second unit rather than being depended upon to carry the team as he did this year. Despite the team's mixed record, Marshall's grit and production have cemented him as a valuable, albeit uncertain, piece for the Mavericks' future. The Dallas Mavericks have announced a significant leadership change, securing former Toronto Raptors President Masai Ujiri as their new team president and alternate governor. This move follows the departure of former general manager Nico Harrison and signals a major strategic shift for the franchise. Sources confirm that Ujiri, who served as the president of the Toronto Raptors from 2013 to 2025 and is widely credited as the architect of the 2019 NBA championship team, will take the helm. His official title will be Team President and Alternate Governor. This acquisition is viewed as a bold move for the Mavericks organization, which reportedly needed a significant injection of leadership. Ujiri is highly respected within the basketball community for his achievements and strategic acumen. The split between the Raptors and Ujiri at the end of last season was reportedly unexpected, with later reports suggesting organizational concerns regarding his workload across various ventures. Now, Ujiri is tasked with guiding the Mavericks, a team boasting a strong core led by Flagg and another high-potential lottery pick this season. The primary mandate for Ujiri will be to elevate this group into a contender. This renewed focus on contention may also provide the Mavericks with the necessary momentum to move past the recent decision to trade Luka Doncic. The Dallas Mavericks are reportedly set to hire former Toronto Raptors executive Masai Ujiri as their new team president and alternate governor. According to reports from ESPN's Shams Charania, Ujiri, 55, is joining the Mavericks less than a year after his departure from the Raptors. Ujiri brings significant experience to the role, having progressed through the Denver Nuggets before joining the Raptors in 2013, where he ascended to team president in 2016 and helped guide the team to its first championship. A key moment in his tenure with Toronto involved a controversial trade, shipping DeMar DeRozan to acquire Kawhi Leonard, a move that proved pivotal in securing the Raptors' title. The Mavericks are seeking a strong leader to guide the franchise, which has struggled significantly following the 2025 trade of Luka Doncic and the subsequent dismissal of then-general manager Nico Harrison. The team finished the previous season with a 26-56 record, placing them 12th in the Western Conference. However, the Mavericks possess notable assets, including Rookie of the Year Flagg, who excelled in his first season averaging 21 points, 6.7 rebounds, and 4.5 assists, earning the award over Con Nupel. Furthermore, the team is anticipated to benefit from the return of star guard Kyrie Irving, who missed the 2025-26 season recovering from an ACL injury, alongside a high pick in the 2026 NBA draft. While these additions offer a promising foundation, the challenge for Ujiri will be replicating the immediate success seen during his time with the Raptors, where he achieved above 500 records in his first 7 seasons. Whether he can quickly steer the Mavericks back onto a winning trajectory remains the key question for the organization. The Dallas Mavericks' search for a new lead decision-maker has hit a critical impasse, with the process collapsing at the worst possible time ahead of the NBA draft lottery and combine. Growing internal resignation within the Mavericks organization stems from the inability to interview top front office targets, specifically Tim Connolly, who is tied up with the Minnesota Timberwolves through at least May 10, and potentially longer if Minnesota secures a playoff berth. This situation forces Dallas back to the drawing board for a crucial hire following the November 11 dismissal of Nico Harrison. The search, initiated by majority owner Patrick Dumont, has been disjointed, moving from an initial focus on head coach Jason Kidd to Dumont taking a hands-on role, and now narrowing down to Connolly, who may not even be available for an interview. While Dumont continues to pursue a high-profile candidate, with Tim Connolly and former Golden State Warriors executive Bob Myers being mentioned as targets, the viability of these options is diminishing. Experts suggest that while adding a name like Connolly is appealing, the Timberwolves' president of basketball operations is an unlikely fit for Dallas, especially given his role in elevating Minnesota to contention. Bob Myers presents a different profile, working in an executive role on the West Coast, but there is little impetus for him to leave his current position. The outlook for the Mavericks search is increasingly uncertain, with theoretical links to established executives like Sam Presti, Brad Stevens, and R.C. Buford offering little realistic prospect. Consequently, the search has stalled, and the most stable, albeit less headline-grabbing, option may be retaining current operations personnel, Michael Finley and Matt Riccardi, as the organization's most practical path forward.